now watching Chopping It Up with Roger Cador and Perry White.
Good morning. It is another episode of Chopping It Up with Roger Cador. I am Perry White, and of course, he is the man, the myth, the legend, Roger Cador. He sits on my right, and my man who sits to my left, good friend, and he works the board to make sure it all goes down. That's my man, Garrett Edgerson. Good morning, fellas. Good morning.
Morning, PJ. Hope all is well with you on a beautiful. Is it autumn yet?
Is it autumn?
We are in autumn.
Has it?
I think in September autumn came in.
So we've officially switched seasons, and you could tell outside by the weather. And I'm sinking in this chair. I'm changing this chair next week. I got to. I keep going down.
If you get here with enough time, you can make that adjustment. You know.
And you know, activities, sometimes you need some things to help settle your stomach and get you back on track. And Coca-Cola makes some great products to get you right. This Powerade,
a good drink.
That'll give you that pep up on that Monday when you need it after a long weekend to say, ooh, I just need that extra little kick.
I didn't need an extra.
It was a homecoming. Coach, how was it for you Friday that you are?
I tell you, it was a wonderful experience to see so many people came back and reliving some of the wonderful things that happened. That's what homecoming is about. We fantasize a little. Mm-hmm. We talk about things that have happened, and you know, I did some crazy thing according to them, you know, but it was all good. They could tell me about it, but they remind me of some of the crazy things, and it was laughable, but you know, that's what happened on the way to doing winning so much. Well, I just think that when you're making demands on young people, they don't always appreciate it in the moment.
Yeah.
But now they understand it was a necessity.
How was your homecoming, man? What was it like for you?
Work.
Come on, man, but more than one word. Talk to us about what work was.
It's work. Obviously, I do band, so we had to get up early Saturday, do the parade, do everything else. It's just homecoming is long for me. But it was all good though. Seeing people that you haven't seen in a minute.
That's what I'm looking for.
That's one thing I love about homecoming.
The most about homecoming?
The food.
Oh boy, the food, Coach.
Yeah.
You know, our guy over there was talking about they brisket, moose brisket.
Moose.
Yeah, that's good. You know the other thing too. There was some softball down South Carolina, and she went back home and bought a 26-acre farm, and she's raising all kind of stuff, and is an entrepreneur. And I'm just so happy that she ran and hugged me when she saw me. I didn't recognize her, but you know, she knew who I was. And there was another young lady with her from Ville Platte, and they all have done well. Mm-hmm. That's why I tell people, you know, here I don't even remember them, but they remember me being nice to them. You got me? And it comes back, 30, 40 years later, you know.
That's the beauty of it, man. It's same for me, you know, just being out and being able to have conversation, talk to people. You know, one of your I told people, your homecoming energy, I need good energy. If you complaining, trying to bring down the spirit, it was just, all we here to do is hydrate, if you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
Eat some food and have some laughs, some talks, and some good times, man, and enjoy a festive time, because it only comes around one time of the year. And a lot of times, you know, there are the diehards who get a chance to go to games and be a part of Southern each and every weekend, but then decide, hey, let's go back down to Baton Rouge on the Bluff, and growth and development, they go off into that. Wow. So that's the beauty of it, and that's what I enjoyed the most about it, just the camaraderie and just realizing that Southern is special when you talk about, and not just Southern, but HBCUs, college, United States of the world, and come together and have a good time, man. It is a tradition, and it is one that has been well kept, especially
as it relates to black men. They don't return in large numbers on many occasions to celebrate. They'll come dead, but you won't come to return to justify by say paying your last respect. Damn it, you pay your last respect. If he's dead, what respect can you pay for him? Cumbrous. It may be something that person says to you, click, and change your life.
That's it.
You got me?
Yes, sir.
But you know, and so I'm not putting anything about people who died, because we are going to join them this weekend.
Do you enjoy it?
Live.
That's that homecoming energy, Coach.
Well, it was more than that. It was more than the homecoming, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It was the fact that there was a group in that group, some people hadn't been there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and, last year we celebrated with the 87 team. We were able to bring, God willing, we hope that we can bring in 80% of the people.
Yeah.
Get them back. You know, they got people with history to understand people.
That's it.
It's a learned behavior. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Because that's what they saw in the past.
Mm-hmm.
It's a learned behavior. So I just want to mention that. Hopefully, a lot of people would be afraid to come and talk about it. I think the one thing that made me a good coach, or helped to make me a good coach, is that I share reality with people, my players. I told them the truth. And the one thing I always said to them, a lie is going to help you. Oh, but will it help you?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so those are the kind of things that I believe in, and I live the life in it. And I know that take the wrong door. Why would you do that? Rather than say, hey, man, he did something wrong, we got to stop him.
Oh, man, speak your mind. That's the point of the show. We chopping it up.
You're chopping it up.
Yeah, it's good to hear you speak your mind. That's what a lot of people may not.
Reality, you know. And can you tell us a true story?
Mm-hmm.
And they never forgot it. That's so important. And I used to listen to coaches joke about how they lied to their players. And when I say lied, not tell them the truth. You got me?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the same thing as a lie. You got me? I had to find a way to motivate them, so I told them about this. They said, doing Coach lied to me. That's a hurting feeling. But if they say, Coach told the truth, that's a really good feeling.
That's it. Be right back with more to Chopping It Up with Cador, all right?
Some Baton Rouge business travelers travel out of Baton Rouge. Some don't. The ones that do know BTR is all about not flying. BTR means more travel, a lot less highway. Smart Baton Rouge business travelers travel out of Baton Rouge because BTR is so close and convenient, they're always one step ahead. Rather than
IRS that you owe back taxes can be scary, but it doesn't help stop garnishments, levies, and seizures immediately. With over 35 years of dealing directly with the IRS, our team of local professionals will help you pay the least amount possible. So if you owe back taxes to the IRS, you need help.
BRAC implemented the Imagine Your Park strategic plan nearly 20 years ago. The results transformed the park system in East Baton Rouge Parish. There are 12 new community parks, 6 dog parks, Liberty Lagoon Water Park, skateboard parks, fishing ponds, a new conservation area in Central, improved playgrounds, and a growing trail system. It's really a lot to keep track of.
So, BRAC's community partners.
My name is Nathaniel Klum, and I am Paddle BR. What I often say I am is chief doer of stuff. The two things that everyone wanted were paddling and trails, and in our case, paddle trails. And so BRAC has been amazing at building paddle launch sites so that we can get out on the water and enjoy everything that Baton Rouge has to offer. Not only are they listening to everything that Imagine Your Parks and Imagine Your Parks 2 that we asked for, but it's actually getting done, which I don't know about you, but that makes me happy every day of the week.
No wonder BRAC is the recipient of the National Gold Medal by the National Recreation and Parks Association. There really is something about East Baton Rouge and national champions. BRAC, #1 and still getting better.
Hey, Coach Roger K. Roadrunners 4 generations strong and homegrown right here in Baton Rouge.
Thanks, Coach. There's no job too large or too small. Call Roadrunner for quick, reliable, exceptional service. We don't want an arm and a leg. We just want your toes. And remember, take time each day to be a blessing to someone. Thank you.
With over 60 years of combined experience, Kathy Sherburne and Anna Barnett bring a wealth of knowledge and excitement to the framing industry. Keeping strong to the Louisiana culture, Acadian Frame and Art has numerous local artists and sports team memorabilia for their customers to choose from. Whether you're creating a gallery-like setting in your office or simply looking for some fun art for your kids' playroom, Acadian Frame and Art, acadianframe.com.
Get the memoir for Against All Odds. Roger refused to let his past dictate his future by rising against all odds. Chronicles Coach Cador's determination to reach higher, to want more, and to dig deeper to find the courage to chase his dreams. Against All Odds. Get yours today by Cador and Cador Publishing. You are now.
Want to welcome you guys back to Chopping It Up with Coach Roger Cador. I'm Perry White. He's Roger Cador, my man on the board, Garrett Edgerson. Thank you to one of our big sponsors, Monster Energy Drink, and of course the Coca-Cola itself. Coach, you grew up drinking Coca-Cola?
In the bottle.
In the bottle?
Oh, what a good drink.
They say back in the day they used to put the peanuts in the Coca-Cola.
Some people do, yeah. That's, made it taste a little different.
Mm-hmm. And then one of the big things was a Coke float. You ever had a good Coke float?
I had it before.
Yeah. The world of baseball, MLB.
Between Montgomery and Verlander, Houston didn't hit. They had opportunities, and they just didn't come through. And Texas is playing really good. I like the way Texas are playing. And tonight we'll see Philly play Arizona. That should be an interesting one. I like Philly in this one. I think the experience and pitching will take over. But you know what? Arizona with young players are just playing. Mm-hmm. They're just playing their hearts out, and it's really good.
Yeah, you go back to last Wednesday, the Phillies was able to go up 2-1 against the Braves. The Astros won out over the Twins, and then the Diamondbacks closed out the Dodgers, completely got them out of there 3-0. And Thursday came around, the Phillies and the Braves. Philly was able to get that series. Were you surprised that the Braves kind of ran out of gas at this point?
No, because the matchup wasn't good for them. Mm-hmm. The Phillies was a bad matchup for them, and in a short series like that, where the Braves just wasn't able to put it together. They weren't able to put hits together, and that's really what you got to watch for.
Then you look at the Rangers and Astros you talked about last night. The Rangers go up, and then today. The Rangers-Astros going to do it again at 3 o'clock on Fox, and then you got the Diamondbacks and Phillies, man. That's going to be a good one, Coach.
They are going to be good at this point. You know what? Mm-hmm. We're going to do it again, and I think Houston has got to get Fairburn. Can't think of his last name, but the left-hand pitcher. Mm-hmm. They got to get a quality performance out of him. And Eldaldi for Texas, I think is going to be difficult to handle. And then as it relates to Philly and Arizona, that ought to be a good one. Wheeler is pitching against the guy with the glasses. I can't, but so it should be a good game. I like what is going to go on. Mm-hmm. So everything now means something. You can't make a mistake because they're going to talk about it. A mistake could hurt. I tell you, though, I want to go back to Texas. That young Carter, outfielder, man, he's playing so well, swinging the bat. And Texas young players, the third baseman, the center fielder. So they're all doing the job, and the young catcher. So Texas has really spent $850 million well. That's a lot of money, and you're doing it. You better do what they're doing. Plus, what Texas did, it's not old. In the 90s, now they built this one, which was a smart move. They copycat Houston. They knew the weather they played in Dallas, extremely hot in the summertime. So you needed a roof, and they created one, and boy, they put together a really good team.
It's that George Bush money. What you got,
Coach,
G?
Coach, so there's a lot of talk on my Facebook about how the MLB has changed the playoff schedule, and it's not fair to the top seeds. And just seeing 3 out of the 4 top seeds get knocked out in a divisional round, what do you think? You think that's a issue?
I know Bob Costa had talked about it too, and the commissioner responded and said this is only 2 years in the making. This is the second year with what you're talking about, where the top seeds, and they haven't fared well. But let me say this. I like the fact that you can get the rest period so you can rest your people and maybe you got an injury, get better. I look at us back in the days when we win the SWAC, and we had to wait 3 weeks before we could play the NCAA regional. Now, a lot of people get rusty, but for me, it gave us a chance to work on a lot of things and iron out some things, and people who had bump and bruises get better. Or is it 5? It was 5? I think it was 5 days. That's not a lot. And because Houston won it last year, because it's proven that teams who get hot late, and they're proving it. Arizona got hot late. I mean, they stumble into the playoff, Arizona and Texas, with the 5 days off, as much as these teams just outplayed them, and they pitch better. So it doesn't. Listen, Texas had to drive 8,000 miles. Oh, well, I don't know. They had to go from Seattle to Tampa. They had 1 day rest and play. They flew Sunday night, had Monday off, played Tuesday, and won. So tell me if you wouldn't rather have a day off, 2 days off after you make that trip. So I just think we don't want to find excuses for teams that didn't.
Houston all the way?
I would love to see it because of my friend Dusty.
That's right.
Texas is going to be. I got something coming up next month for sure. I may have something this week. I may have to go out of the country, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. And I know I've got something on the 11th of November. And I got district attorney, Hilla Moore, so we do a big turkey cookout, cook a bunch of turkey, a couple of 100 turkeys.
Jacksonville this week. Jacksonville. I've never been to Jacksonville. I've never been to Jacksonville, so it's kind of like, yeah.
Alabama?
Yeah, Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh, Jacksonville, Florida. Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. Okay, playing Cookman.
Sound like some traveling going on for you fellas.
Yeah.
It's a good drive if you're driving. You're going to the end of the Atlantic on the East Coast, 10.
You'll take it all the way to the end.
Hey, listen, we're going to cut the show a little short today.
Mm-hmm.
My man is not doing his best, so we just got to let him go.
Yeah, it ain't often where you see me not feeling too well, but the Sprite right here, Coach, I might have to take this Sprite with me if you don't mind.
Not a problem. We want you. I'd rather you feel good and we bring another Sprite in here. Hey, but we need male agents. I know in baseball, she may be the only one in baseball, but she's a female agent for a lot of, and she have a lot of clients. So you come on and tune in, and it'll be interesting.
I'm looking forward to being able to have a conversation with her, man, and trust me, I'm going to do the best I can to shake back by the end. And for everybody that's out there listening, as always, want to thank you for listening. Good morning to Elwood Moore. He said, bonjour, Coach Perry White and Garrett. He went French on us this morning. And for everybody else, also always make sure you hit that subscribe button, get a chance to get that note. Guys, give the love that we get when we out and about and people say that they watch the show. So, it's always great to be able to have you guys support, hear what he has to say, and hear your thoughts, Coach.
Thank you so much, Perry. Get well, big guy. We need